If you guys are interested in being a member, then click the join button down below to check out the available perks. The first tier is only $1. Thank you to those of you who choose to join. What's up mod squad, welcome back to another Division 2 build breakdown video. After seeing those intro clips, I bet you guys are pretty excited for this one, with face tanking legendary reds, purples and elites and making a mockery of heroic difficulty. Today's build is one I've been holding back for a while now, reason being is the pieces needed for this build are not easy to obtain, but at this point in the Division 2's lifespan, I think you guys need something to strive for again. Now back when the summit was released, I exposed the protection from elite builds which dominated the newly added mode, and made a mockery of the strongest enemies in the game, rogue agents, heavies, hunters, and let's not forget Yannick the Beard. Shortly after those builds blew up in the community, the devs buffed the damage of the red and purple NPCs to try and balance things out, and ever since then, the damage of the red and purples has been a problem for everybody, until now. Today's build is a 150% protection from elites, 80% red and purple resistant, bonus armor stacking, crit damage, armor regen assault rifle build. This is a ridiculously effective run and gun assault rifle build that once you get, you won't want to use anything else. It's so good, you don't even have to use a shield. When it comes to the survivability, we have a lot of it, starting off with 3% armor regen, 1.5 million base armor, which with bonus armor stacks reaches well over 2 million. The bonus armor is also needed to help counter a talent that works with us and against us. This build has 70% protection from elites as standard and can gain an extra 40 to 80% resistance from all damage, taking that 70% protection from elites up to 150%. How do you get that extra 40 to 80% resistance, you ask? Well, that would be thanks to a weapon that only 30+% of you have. That weapon being the Eagle Bearer, which has the talent Eagle Strikes and Tenacity. This combined with protection from elites makes elites feel non-existent, and as you've seen counters the insane damage of the red and purple NPCs, whether that's heroic or legendary. Eagle Strike accuracy increases as you continuously fire up to plus 30%. Headshot kills grant tenacity buff of 15 seconds. The strength of tenacity is increased 1% for body shots and 5% for headshots. Tenacity is 40 to 80% of damage taken is delayed until the buff expires. All of the total damage delayed is reduced for each enemy killed while the buff is active, up to 100% with 3 kills. This is why the bonus armor is so important to help counter this part of the talent. So that explains the stupid amount of survivability we have against all NPC types. Now I know a lot of people don't have the Eagle Bearer and it isn't easy to get, which puts a lot of players off when it comes to trying to get it, but hopefully this video / build can re-motivate you to try it again. There are many Facebook groups, discords, raid communities and content creators who do raid carries. It's just a matter of looking and reaching out, because as you can see it is well worth it. When it comes to this build's damage, we can reach 180% critical hit damage with 60% crit chance, so this build not only tanks but shreds as well. This has been my go-to build for a while now. It's one of those builds where once you use it you struggle to go back to anything else. It is a pretty difficult build to make for a few reasons as you'll see in the build breakdown, but in my opinion it is well worth it and one of, if not the best AR builds in the game for solo players. How it performs in a team, you guys can let me know in the comment section below. This build's all about motivating you and giving you something OP to strive for in these dull times. If you have enjoyed this video, or it's helped you out in any way, then smash that like button to help support the channel and help us grow. And with that said, let's get into a build breakdown. Right guys, getting into the build breakdown, start off with the specialization, and we have the survivalist, and the reason we're using that is because it gives us the extra 10% protection from elites. Now you don't have to have 70%. I would say the lowest you want to go is 50%. That way you can switch out the specialization or you can add another brand set to your actual build. So looking at our prime weapon, it is of course the Eagle Bearer. We went over this earlier in the video. Here is the talent Eagle Strike and Tenacity. Looking at the attachments on this weapon, we have 10% crit chance on the scope. We have 10% weapon handling on the grip. 15% critical hit damage on the muzzle. And then finally the extra 30 rounds in the magazine, giving us a 60 round mag. Moving on to the secondary, and I'm using the Carbine 7 with Killer. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 40% plus critical hit damage for 10 seconds. This is all decked out in crit chance as well guys. We have damage to armor here as well. I'd prefer to go for damage to targets out of cover. This is for those long range beams. This weapon has no recoil and a pretty decent fire rate. The sidearm is actually important. You want to get the Orbit or a weapon that has finisher on it. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 35% critical hit chance and 40% critical hit damage. This is what is going to boost us up to that 180% plus critical hit damage. It seems like a pain in the backside to use, but honestly it's pretty easy once you get it down. Looking at the attachments on this weapon, we have 20% reload speed and we also have 10% accuracy. Moving on to the actual build now, guys, we have a Fenris mask giving us 10% assault rifle damage, 14.9% weapon damage, 12% critical hit damage, 6% critical hit chance, and 12% protection from elites as a mod. Now you can get 13%, so you can get higher protection from elites if you can get those 13% mods, but good luck trying to find them, because that's like trying to find a unicorn. Moving on to the chest piece, we have a Seska chest piece giving us 10% critical hit chance. This is an assault rifle, so it lacks in crit chance, so we need the Seska piece to make up for the lack of crit chance. We have 15% weapon damage, 5.5% crit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and then 12% protection from elites. Now when it comes to the chest piece talent, you can use Obliterate or Intimidate. I prefer Obliterate because it allows you to do damage at all ranges. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 25 times. Moving on to our holster now, we have the first piece of our improvised gear. Improvised gear you can craft at the crafting station. You cannot farm for this, guys, you have to craft it. Mine has 170k base armor, 5.2% critical hit damage, and 6% critical hit chance with a 12% protection from elites mod. Improvised gear gives you extra mod slots for those of you who do not know. Again, you craft these at the crafting bench and the crafting bench only. Moving on to the knee pads, my second piece of improvised gear, we have max armor 170k, 4.2% critical hit chance, 11.4% critical hit damage, and 12% protection from elites via a mod. Now improvised gear is not easy to get. Not only is it not easy to get, but it is extremely hard to craft and get the rolls that you want, so it's gonna take you a while. So like I said, this build is pretty difficult to make. We have the eagle barrel, which is extremely hard to get. Improvised gear, you need a lot of luck when it comes to rolls, and then we have the backpack, which is the memento. A lot of people still don't have this backpack and are still farming for it to this very day. A lot of you are still waiting for the seasons to come back around so you can get it through the reward track, but this build will be here waiting for you when you get it. So we have 15% weapon damage, 170k armor, 1 skill tier, 12% protection from elite mod, the kill confirmed talent, guys. If you want to look at that in greater detail, feel free to pause the video. And then finally, moving on to our gloves, they are the Grupo Sombra gloves, giving us 15% critical hit damage. We have 170k armor, 11.4% critical hit damage, and 4.6% critical hit chance. And I don't know if you've noticed, but all my pieces are not fully mid-max. I'm trying to max them out, so the stats you'll see today can be even higher if I get max rolls. Now when it comes to the skills, I do have a shield and a decoy. You do not have to use a shield. I was recently playing legendary, that's why I have a shield. I'd always recommend having a shield in legendary just in case. Better to be safe than sorry. The decoy is also very good, and so is the drone, the striker drone. That's my favorite skill to use, is the striker drone. Does a bit of damage, distracts many NPCs, making it easy for you to get those headshots so you can get the buff, and then just run a train on them all. When it comes to the mods on my shield, it's all shield health, as you can see. And then we have the damage bonus, which doesn't apply because we're not using the right specialization. The decoy, we have the 6% health and 7.5% duration. I was using this in legendary, but it doesn't last 2 minutes. So honestly, I would go with a striker drone. And that is pretty much it for the build, guys. I'm going to leave you with a stat sheet. I'm not going to talk over it. As you can see, 56.3% critical hit chance. We could max out with better stats. 132% critical hit damage. Obviously, could be higher again with max stats. And that goes up to 180% if we get the buff from the finisher from our sidearm. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Smash that like button to help us grow, help support the channel, help us with that algorithm. Leave a comment down below and I'll reply like I always do. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Mob Squad. For more OP builds, check out the channel. We got all kinds of builds. All kinds.
I have to. Hostile engaged. Back off. Man down. The hard approaching from the flank.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
Nah, that can't be all of them.
Vital signs critical.